Merry day after Christmas, everybody. Or, wait, no. The day after Christmas. Sorry, I tried to make this video yesterday, but I was a little bit too late because I was having Boxing Day lunch with the in-laws. With my extended family, to say the least. There was a fucking baby there. Not saying that I hate babies, but I just want to be far away from babies as possible, humanly possible, because I'm not Jared I'm not Jared the Subway guy, okay? Trust me. Now, by my shirt, which fucking amazing. It's a Christmas gift. It's fucking amazing. If you diss my shirt, I will kill you. I will kill you. I will do a Christmas haul as well. Did you know that Boxing Day over here is more Black Friday than Black Friday? Yeah. In Britain, if you haven't guessed, I'm from Britain. Did I mention I'm from Britain? Oh, yes. We're going to do the last episode of the Moffat and Capaldi era, Twice Upon a Time. Let me give you a plot summary of the Doctor Who site. Really good site. You should totally go onto it. It's amazing. Plus, okay, time to go on here. I think they have a summary. Yes. The magical final chapter of the 12th Doctor's, Peter Capaldi, journey sees the Doctor, the Time Lord, team up with his former self, the first ever Doctor, David Bradley, Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. You see, loads of sci-fi franchises now have people from fantasy franchises crossing over to those science franchises. And am I the only one who's noticed it? And most of them are from Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. And the returning Bill Potts Pearl Mackie for one last adventure. The two Doctors, stranded in an Arctic snowscape, refusing to face regeneration. Enchanted glass people are stealing their victims from frozen time. Stealing? Sounds a bit evil, doesn't it? And a World War I captain destined to die on the battlefield, but taken from the trenches to play his part in the Doctor's story. An uplifting, that's a new thing to say, eh? A tale about the power of hope in humanity's darkest hour. Twice Upon a Time marks the end of an era, but as the Doctor must face his past to decide his future, his journey is only just beginning. Ooh, boy! Yes! As you can tell by the smile on my face, I absolutely thought this episode was very good. Yes, very good. This was a very good episode of Doctor Who. This is the best Christmas special, if we don't fucking count the non-Doctor Who Christmas specials, the ones that were aired in December, and the ones that were the Daleks' Master Plan, if we don't count the Daleks' Master Plan as a Christmas special. But if it counts as a Christmas special, then yes, that's the best Christmas special of all time. But if we're focusing on a whole story related to Christmas, not like one part of the story related to Christmas. Because if you know, Dalek Master Plan was broadcast, the Feast of Stephen, the episode of the Daleks' master plan that is related to Christmas is now missing. Yeah, it was related to Christmas, and it was the first and only time there was a classic Who Christmas special. For one reason, people who like Doctor Who don't want to have Christmas shoved in their faces all the time. And this episode barely mentioned Christmas. Last year's episode, Christmas special, barely mentioned Christmas special. If we keeping up this at this rate, we could have Christmas specials that won't be referred to as Christmas specials. Yes. Now you might be wondering why I use some quotation marks over the the enchanted glass people stealing their victims from frozen time, because they're not really victims. In fact, this is probably one of the most morally grey Doctor Who stories in the new series. Yeah, I'm going to say in the new series, because, let's be honest, classic Who was miles ahead of them. But they're learning. New Who is developing. Oh, there's something bugging me. Oh, crap. Is it gone? Oh, for fuck's sake, it's not gone. Anyway, yes. The villains of this story are referred to as testimony. And their mission is to collect the last will and testimony of people. Basically taking the memories of a person and uploading it into a robot body, so they can basically live forever. And for any of you Rooster Teeth Red vs. Blue fans, you know what I'm thinking about. Say it with me. Delta's famous line, "Memory is the key." Now, if you get that reference, you deserve a cookie, my man. Whilst I deserve to die. Yes. This was a very good episode, in my opinion. I thought everybody did a good job. Capaldi gave it his all. He knew it was his last episode, so he decided to put his acting all into there, and what we get is probably his finest hour. We have, well, outside of Heaven Sent and, like, most of Series 10, this isn't as good as some episodes in Series 10. The finale is much better, in my personal opinion. There are loads of episodes of Series 10. I'm including this as Series 10, by the way. This is Series 10. What the fuck, I'm on some hard stuff, I am. I'm probably, like, tripping out right now, and you can't tell. Yes. Yeah, Series 10. This is Series 10 here. And yeah, he did a fine job as the 12th Doctor. And this is the first time that I've liked the whole entire series, and the worst episode out of the whole entire series I thought was meh, which is an achievement in itself. Well done, Moffat. You've managed to actually make good programming good stories for once. Make a really good season. We're all proud of you. You deserve a cookie. Anyway, that's enough, Robert. Yes, this hits all the right notes. We get closure to his era, we do. We see Nardole, the certified badass, again, which was good as usual. I found his appearance as good. And then we saw Clara. Now, I haven't done any reviews of any episodes with Clara, and rightfully so, because Clara, she stayed on the show longer than she needed to be on the show, but hey, her goodbye to the 12th Doctor is short and sweet, and his memories were brought back, which, that's really, yeah, they're the good guys. They may look evil with their glass people, but they're actually doing something really nice for us. The Doctor's plural reaction to this is like, wait, they're doing something good. What am I meant to do now? Ah, yes. And not just the companions, we also get the return of Rusty the Dalek. Hell yeah! I loved Into the Dalek, I did. And seeing Rusty once more gives some closure to the Am I a Good Man story arc in Series 8. It's now... But I would have loved to seen Rusty kicking some Dalek ass. Those basically, and now those Daleks out in that planet are basically facehuggers from Alien. You know, the xenomorph facehuggers that go out and then impregnate you. I swear to God, if their way of reproducing is like putting their eggs into your mouth and like, and then like 5 seconds later I feel fine, and then you stand up and then exterminate. Yeah, that's gonna be really. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. I should really write a Doctor Who fan fiction that doesn't contain anybody fucking anybody, because yeah, if I was to do fan art and fan fiction, I wouldn't do any involving any characters fucking, because let's be honest, that's done to death. I would actually do fan art that isn't like that. Wait a second, that's also giving me another idea. Fan mail? Perhaps you could send me all your weird garbage, and I can unbox it on camera, and I can say, hey, that's pretty adequate. Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. I'll probably be like one of those people from those hoarder shows. I'm going to have several stuff lying in the... Anyway, that's off track. Anyway, we've already talked about Capaldi. Bill, Pearl Mackie, she's good. She's exactly the same as we left her. And there's sort of a... she was alright. Pearl did a great performance as Bill. And we actually got a proper conclusion, and yes, and she constantly is having sort of a Blade Runner sort of thing, like saying, I am the real Bill. Like, she may be glass, she may be memories, but she's real. Like, and it's sort of an idea that was brought up in this Star Wars comic called The Phantom Limb, explaining where C-3PO got his red arm. And it's basically saying, what makes us who we are? It's a philosophical question. My audience is mostly made out of teenagers. I'm gonna attract some philosophers, but okay. If all of your memories were wiped, if you don't remember all of your memories before your memory was wiped, are you still the same person? It's the same with regeneration, isn't it? Like, the Doctor has changed bodies all these times, and is he the same person? My God, this shit is deep, man. My God. Yeah, I'm an inspiring philosopher. Yeah. Deep hurting. Yes. Yeah, and it also kind of reminded me of Blade Runner because, well, you know, replicants, are they human? Is this glass Bill, this ice Bill, really Bill? And, oh my God. Anyway, let's go to the first Doctor, played by wonderful David Bradley. And I have to say, his performance was alright. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It is. In fact, it's one of my favourite parts of it. But the sexist remarks were a little bit annoying. But I could look past them, like, just say, oh, let's just forget about that even happening, you know? Because in the original show, he wasn't really, that sexist. Everything was new to him. He was basically alien. Like, I've watched all the episodes. Yes, I have, like, 3 episodes of the first Doctor in my shelf of Doctor Who DVDs, and now Blu-rays. You have to wait and see till the boxing, till my Christmas haul. Right? You will, yeah. And none in those 3 episodes, I never saw the first Doctor once saying something sexist. I don't know if I've just become desensitized to it because Classic Who has brilliant writing, but hey, what can you do? And the transition between Hartnell and Bradley is so seamless. They're using stock footage. I never thought that would ever happen. We also had a 700 and something episodes earlier, which was a nice touch. I like breaking the fourth wall. I like better humour, you know. It's my favourite thing to do on a Saturday night. And the transition was seamless. Like, we also saw Ben and Polly. We did for a brief minute. And yes, I liked how they froze time and all the effects really looked good. Well, except for the actual glass people, because they look a little bit like PS1 characters. Yeah, they do look a little bit. But hey, it's budget. It has more budget than even Classic Who. If this episode was made in the era that the first Doctor comes from, the testimony robots would probably be made out of tinfoil, let's be honest. Yes. Oh, and speaking of, They mentioned New Earth, eh? That's something from Russell Who, isn't it? Yeah. There's loads of callbacks to Moffat's time and the 10th Planet, obviously. I thought everybody did a good job. The captain, spoiler alert, Lethbridge Stewart, we all saw that coming. We all know that he was going to be a Lethbridge Stewart. We all know he was going to be related to good old Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart. If you know him just by the Brigadier, you are a bit of an idiot. Or you're not as nerdy as me. I'm sorry. Yes. I found this episode to be the best New Who Christmas special of all time. There was a sense of finality in it, but it did kind of drag. Like, there wasn't really something to fight, and they did the Christmas Day armistice, everybody. Yes, I think people could. I think I was expecting them to do the Christmas Day armistice, as it's kind of obvious. It's a Christmas episode, and you got World War I, 1914. Obviously, there's going to be the Christmas Day armistice. I thought Mark Gatiss did a really good performance as the captain, and it felt really sad that he had to face his fate. But the Doctor did it an hour later, at the Christmas Day armistice, thus saving his life. And there's a constant theme of the universe isn't a fairy tale, but that's where the Doctor comes in, and it's basically saying, the Doctor's realising what he's meant to do. Everybody else but him knows what he is, what he must do, because he doesn't realise what he is actually meant to do. Which is obvious for anybody. Like, look at me, for fuck's sake. I don't know what to do with my life. My life's living out. Yeah. I don't know what I'm meant to do. And, yeah. I found that a nice thing to say. And, okay, the quote-unquote villain of the story, the main testimony robot lady, who was in Torchwood, as I believe, with the long arm that looks like a wooden arm. Yeah. She did a fine job. It was alright. Everybody did a wonderful performance. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Yes, 12 regenerates into the 13th Doctor. Yes, we all saw this coming. The official Doctor Who YouTube channel, which Capaldi now used to say, don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. That's become a meme in the Doctor Who community because it's said so many goddamn times. But yet nobody complained about when Matt Smith did that. Anyway, yes. But it's not really a spoiler. Everybody saw it coming. And the moment I properly saw her face, she screamed the Doctor. Like, she only said, brilliant. And that's it. But, like, she screamed the Doctor without having to say anything. Her smile, that is just the Doctor. And she loses the TARDIS. And that's probably like a metaphor for something. I think I don't want to know what that is a metaphor for, because probably something a bit sexist. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna read in too deeply. Whoa!